all right if I let this up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Blow my nose. Big Lou down in Tampa, Florida. 31 degrees here. 31 degrees. Listen, I want to say good morning to everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. And continue to be great. Continue to be great. Holistic love, what's up, man? Continue to be great. I got my coffee coming. Big Lou is cold down in Tampa also. I might be moving to like Odessa, man. I might move to Florida, man. Sarasota, Bradenton, Brandon. Plant Hill, I don't know where I might go. But listen, man, listen. It don't never stop. My hat got the skull. It don't never stop. It don't never stop. I went to sleep last night protecting my self-confidence, right? Because you gotta protect your self-confidence. You gotta protect your self-confidence because that's the key in the ignition, right? To start the car. That's the transmission. That's the transmission that gets your life moving, right? So I went to sleep last night with my goals, with my dreams, with my vision. I went to sleep with them last night. I thought about them all day yesterday. And then I wake up today and I have to get right back on it. I have to stay right on it. On my vision, on my goals, on my dreams. My point is it don't never stop. It don't never stop. Because the way we think about ourselves, Al Ra, what's up? The way we think about ourselves, the way we perceive ourselves, the way we feel about our ability to live to our fullest potential impacts our life. It impacts our life. And you have to, I have to make sure that I maintain, that I keep my thinking strong. I gotta keep my thinking strong. It can't be weak. I got no time. I can't afford no time to let my thinking get weak. Strength of mind, strength of thought, discipline, self-love, self-respect, self-esteem, self-confidence, it don't never stop. It don't never stop. Once you get it, it's like this. First of all, you gotta get it. First of all, you gotta get out of not liking yourself. You gotta get out of the self-hatred. You gotta get out of the low self-esteem. You got to get out of the self-rejection. You got to get rid of all of that, right? And that is a whole nother video in and of itself. There's a whole lot of work that goes into, there's a whole lot of work, right, that goes into liking yourself, right? And to stop being self-destructive. Stop doing things that hurt yourself. Stop being in situations that no longer benefit you. Stop being in relationships that are unhealthy. Stop being in marriages where the expiration date has came and went and the milk is spoiled and you're still drinking it. All of these things do damage to the self. Stop engaging in behaviors that destroy you, right? I was just sitting in the car before I came in here. All of those things that I heard other people talking about when I was a little boy that weren't nurturing. They weren't nurturing. And some of it wasn't directed toward me. Some of this was, y'all gotta hit that life button. There was 23 of y'all in here. I got 9 life buttons. What is that? What is that? All you gotta do is just go pink. Oh, I'm sorry, thank you.
You're welcome.
How much over?
4 and some change. I'm not sure exactly.
Here, I'm sorry, I got a $5 bill. Let me, you can keep the tip.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Some of the things I heard growing up, I was a little boy. And the people that were raising me, or the people that I was around that were my elders, were speaking self-defeating things. Howard Cooper, what's up? And I heard that as a child. And I was very impressionable. Some things were directed at me. Some things I was told were directed at me that were self-destructive, right? That were mentally destructive to me. Things I read, things I saw. And I said, sure. You know, and a lot of that played a part. A lot of that played a part in my behavior. A lot of that played a part in my choices and my decision making as a teen, in my teen years, in my early 20s. And I was ignorant as to the reason and the source why I continued to make bad decisions, why I continued to use bad judgment, why I continued to go to jail, while I continued to use drugs, while I continued to drink, while I continued to hang around people that I had no business hanging around, why did I continue to punch below my weight, why I continued to live below my potential, why I continued to try to be accepted by people that I was better than, why I continued to try to win acceptance from people that I had no business being around. And it wasn't until later in life, it's a good cup of coffee, after many self-inflicted losses, many self-inflicted defeats, right? that I asked myself was, Sean, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you? I said, Sean, I said, yo, Sean, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Look at you. Look at you. You well up in age. You in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, and you still can't get right. You still can't get it right. And then I had to look at myself, which was one of the most terrifying things that I ever had to do. It was one of the most traumatic and terrorizing, terrifying things I ever had to do. Because I had become accustomed and comfortable with running from who I was, with being somebody that I wasn't, trying to be like them, because I didn't want to be me. I didn't like me. No, I didn't. Because if I did, I wouldn't do the things, I wouldn't have been doing the things to me that I was doing. See, it's not hard. It's not hard to discern whether you like yourself or not, because you could just look at what you're doing to yourself, right? If you're capable and you're honest enough to not go into denial like I did. I went into denial, and then I started judging, saying, well, I ain't as bad as him. I'm doing better than her. I ain't like that. But that don't got nothing to do with me living up to my full potential. I may have more potential than her. I may have more potential than him. So I should be holding myself to a higher standard. Because I know better. And in spite of all the fear, I said, Sean, you gotta fix yourself. You have to fix yourself. You have to fix yourself. You're too old to be living the way you live. You're too old for this. You're too old, and you got too much experience in life. You've been living too long to be doing these things that you're doing, setting yourself back, harming yourself. And I set out to get rid of the cancer that was inside of me. And the cancer that was inside of me was self-hatred, self-rejection, low self-esteem. Yeah, I know y'all don't want to talk about this. Listen, if you want to talk about black buffoonery, if you want to talk about that, then you got to go to them other channels with the comedians and the athletes. I'm a scholar, right? I take the intellectual approach. I like to have lofty conversations. I like to have conversations of substance, things of significance. And the cancer that was inside of me that I just expressed to you, I needed to do a spiritual surgery to cut out the cancer that was inside of me, that was holding me back, that had been holding me back. And the spiritual surgery, I'm not going to get into what I did, just know that I did it. The spiritual surgery took time. It took time. If you want to do a one-on-one, mentorship session or consultation with me, send me an email at thepodcastwithsoul@gmail.com, or you can DM me on my Instagram at Sean G. Put your phone number and I'll call you. We can set it up. The surgery, oh man. Took time, man. Yo, Juan, what's up, man? AES Corpus in the building. But I did it, and when I removed and cut out the cancer, I opened myself up to heal, right? And I was able to replace the self-destruction with self-construction, right? To build upon me, to build upon my talents, to build upon my potential, to build upon my abilities, right? The self-hatred got removed and got replaced with self-like. I didn't go straight from self-hatred to self-love. I went to self-like. This takes time. This doesn't take days and weeks, months. This takes years, man. Weeks, months, and years. For me, that's what it took for me. I don't know what it's gonna take for you. And going from self-hatred to self-like was a major upgrade. It was a major upgrade. Right? Because self-hatred is a horrible place to be. When I spend so much time with myself, I spend more time with myself than with anybody in the world, and I'm walking around hating myself. This is a horrible place to be, and I was there for a long time. So to go from self-hatred to self-like was an upgrade. Right? And part of the surgery was going back, as I was telling you about, and then reevaluating those things that I heard from people that were supposed to have been raising me, reevaluating those things that I heard from people that told me I wasn't good enough, reevaluating those things that I heard when people told me I wasn't shit, right? That I was trouble, that I was no good, right? And then separating that from me and understanding that that wasn't my fault, right? And that the real travesty, the real death of me was that I believed it. That I believed it. Right? And then I said, they had to say, Sean, well, it wasn't your fault because you was 13, you was 17. You're very impressionable, right? So you're relying on these people who are raising you to really speak life into you, and they spoke death into you, Sean. That wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault. And then I had to forgive myself, right? And when I had did all of this, I said all of this, y'all heard me? All of this. When I had did all of this, I replaced the self-hatred with the self-like, and I was constantly telling myself positive affirmations. It's good to be me. It's good to be me. I got the dope life. I got the dope life. It's good to be me. I'm somebody. I'm somebody. You know, I'm gonna do it. I can make it. I could do it. It's good to be me. It's good to be me was like my favorite mantra. It's good to be me. It's good to be me. And to constantly repeat these things to myself, man, it was me speaking life into me, right? Which is my responsibility, right? It's my responsibility to speak life into me. Because whose life is it? It's mine. I was indoctrinated to believe that you gotta be humble, you be modest, you be meek. Bad information. Bad information. Bad information. You be aggressive, huh? You have self-belief, right? You self-actualize who you want to be. You self-affirm through self-affirmation who you are. Now for me, I don't know about you. You do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do. For me, I practice arrogance and I practice conceit. I practice being conceited and I practice being arrogant. And let me tell you why. Now, I temper my arrogance and my conceit with honesty and humility, knowing that I'm not perfect, right? And knowing that I still have flaws. I still have flaws. I still make mistakes. I don't delude myself into thinking, yo, I can't make no mistake ever. I'm the best at everything ever. I can't nothing never go wrong. No, I don't do that now. I ain't no. Nah, I keeps it real with me. And I understand that I'm a flawed man and that I'm human. But in the same breath, I'm on my own job. I tell myself that I'm great. I tell myself that I look good, and I do. Because I work out and I make sure I take care of my body. I tell myself that if any other man in this world is doing anything, if he can do it, I can do it. And most likely I could do it better than him, right? And I learned to practice conceit and arrogance in order to prevent myself from hanging around people I shouldn't be, right? I practice prejudge. I practice prejudice. I'm a prejudiced man. I'm a prejudiced man. I prejudge you. I listen to your mind. I watch your body language. I watch if your words match your actions. And I say, I don't want to fuck with her. I don't want to fuck with him. I could get down with him. He's a man of integrity. What he says out of his mouth, he does. I could chill with her. The words that come out of her mouth match her actions. I prejudge. See? And this is a difference from who I used to be, because I told you, my whole life growing up, my self-esteem was so low and my self-perception was so low, I would try to win acceptance from anybody without prejudging them. And whatever they thought about me was more important than what I thought about myself. I valued their opinion of me. Other people in the world, strangers, I valued their opinion of me higher than I valued my own opinion of myself. Bad poker. Bad poker. But I don't do that today. I don't do that today. It don't never stop. See, I've done all of the work. I did the spiritual surgery. And one thing I know is that if I don't remain diligent, right? If I don't remain vigilant and conscientious of what I'm doing, I could easily slip back into low self-esteem, self-hatred, self-destruction. I could go right back. And the fall is even deeper when you go back because you know better. You understand? So when I be saying it don't never stop, you know, I wake up, I make sure my confidence is intact. I wake up, I make sure that my self-esteem is intact. I wake up, I make sure that my arrogance is intact. I wake up, I make sure that my conceitedness is intact. I wake up, I make sure that my humility is intact. I wake up, I make sure that my honesty is intact, right? My self-respect. Because these are the things that make me win. These are the things that make me win. I'm winning. I'm winning in life. I'm winning in life. I'm winning in life. I'm winning in life. I ain't losing. I ain't losing. I ain't got everything that I want. But I believe that I can get and that I'm gonna get to where I wanna go before I die. Before I expire, I made an oath. I took an oath to myself, man, that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fulfill my dreams. I'm not praying to God. I'm not praying to Allah. I'm not praying to Yahweh. I'm not praying to Buddha. I'm not praying to Arjun. I'm not praying to Confucius. I'm not praying to nothing or nobody. I'm not praying to nothing external to me. I'm holding myself accountable. And I'm praying to myself and requiring and demanding from myself excellence. I got to demand excellence from me. Ain't nobody finna come help me. Ain't nothing. Niggas been, foundational Black Americans, my people, niggas been playing to come and save us. And we in worse condition today than we ever been. It ain't gonna happen. I ain't reading no book to do nothing for me. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be my friend. I'm gonna get up out the bed. I'm gonna be my best friend. I'm gonna be my closest confidant. I'm gonna be my #1 cheerleader. I'm gonna be the transmission in my life. I'm gonna be the gas in the tank. I'm gonna be the sun that gives me light and life. And I'm gonna make my world what I want it to be. The same way I destroyed my life is the same way I'm gonna build my life. The same way I'm gonna build my life. And see, human being is corny, man. Niggas is corny because when it's self-destruction, when things go bad and it's a problem, they blame themselves. But when things start going good, that's what we was taught, to be humble and meek. They give the credit to something that's external to them. When it's bad, they take the credit. But when it's good, they give it to something. Nah. When it's bad, I did it. When it's good, I did it too. I did both. 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 It don't never stop. Your self-esteem don't never stop. And don't turn your self-esteem down for nobody. Don't turn your self-confidence down for nobody, because he ain't got it and she ain't got it. Hey man, that's on you. You better go get you some. But I ain't finna turn mine down, because I might die next week. I got to get things done. I ain't turning my arrogance down. I ain't turning my conceit down. I'm not turning my self-respect down. Nothing. It don't never stop. And I do things to strengthen, right? And to make my life more robust, right? I continue to go to sleep. Tariq, what's up, man? I continue to go to sleep and get my 7 hours every night. I'm a little off my square with the times I'm going to sleep, but I'm gonna get back on. I continue to not use drugs. I continue to not drink alcohol. This is all strength. This is all power. I continue to not speak death to me. I continue to speak love to me. Right? I continue to work out every day. I continue to raise my son, cook him food every day. Make him work out every day. I continue to believe. I let go of my past. The past is dead. What happened to me and what I did to myself and what people did to me, ain't nothing I could do. What can I do? I'm back there. And it ain't never coming back. I got to let that go. I got to let that go. How can I live for today and tomorrow and I'm looking back at the past? There's nothing I could do. The people that did the things they did to me, they gotta, there's something that's called karma that's real, and they got to live with what they did. And while I'm alive, they got to worry about me, because I bring karma around too. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in revenge. I believe in revenge. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They trick me. They trick me. Oh, don't get revenge. Don't let it go. Turn it over. Let the Lord handle it. Turn it over. Let God handle it. Nah. Some things I need to handle so that I can have peace of spirit, so that I can have peace of mind, so that I can have peace of soul, that I know you got me and I got you back. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I saw the look in your eye when you saw me up close. The look in your eye of terror and fear was satisfaction. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And it's going to be satisfaction.
Can I have an almond milk latte?
You didn't forget what people did to
And then I'll
you.
take a bunch of cookies too. I'll take
You didn't forget
4 cookies.
people that jerked you. You didn't forget the people that stabbed you in the back. You didn't forget the people that stole money from you. You didn't forget the people that slept with your boyfriend, slept with your girlfriend. You didn't forget that. The people you trusted that cut your throat, you didn't forget. And you ain't gonna never forget. And every time you see them, you gonna remember. And you're not gonna have no peace and no satisfaction. Your soul will never be at rest until you get them back. When you get them back, then you can say, all right, now we even. Even Steve. Tasco. Even Steve. Even Steve. This is my belief. You ain't got to believe that. This is how I think. This is my belief system. And I'm all right with it. Even if you ain't, I'm all right with it. But it don't never stop. Your self-love don't never stop. Don't never stop loving yourself. Your self-confidence don't never stop. Never stop believing in yourself. Your self-belief and the belief in your potentialities and the belief in your abilities, it don't never stop. And even if you don't believe, you gotta push through and try. Because I was there too. Sometimes I didn't believe. When I was doing my spiritual surgery, cutting out the self-hatred, my self-esteem was low. I'm fighting back. I'm full of self-hatred. I'm full of self-doubt. I'm full of self-rejection. I'm full of self-loathing. Right? It took a lot to fight up out of that, man. It took years, man, of concentrated, dedicated effort to change me, man, and fix my life. And it don't never stop, man. And once I achieved it, I vowed that I was never going to lose it again. That's why you got to stand up for yourself. You got to speak up for yourself in every situation. That's self-esteem boost. That's self-love. When somebody transgresses against you or somebody says something about you or somebody disses you, you got to immediately speak up at that moment. Unaddressed issues have babies. Unaddressed issues have babies. No matter how afraid you may be, how terrified you may be, this may dissolve the relationship, this may dissolve the marriage, this may dissolve the friendship, but I got to speak up because what you said and what you did to me, I ain't like it. I ain't like it. And I need to let you know. Because I teach people how to treat me. We teach people how to treat us by our speaking up or by our being silent, passive aggressive. Tariq Zagmouvi. Thanks me, Tariq. Thank you for the send me the $5.99 in euros. I appreciate you, homeboy. When somebody does something to you, or says something disrespectful to you, or commits an act against you that's disrespectful, and you don't speak up, you say, I ain't gonna take no action. I'm just gonna chill and act like it don't bother me. No, never that. The fact that you didn't take no action is an action. The fact that you remain silent is an action. And the other person, the other party said, oh snap, I did that, I said that, and Sean didn't even say nothing. So I could do it again. I could keep doing it. No. The other party, the transgressor, says something to me or does something to me, and then I speak up immediately. In their mind, they say, oh snap, Sean spoke up. I can't treat that nigga like that. I can't talk to him like that. And I'm teaching that person how to treat me. And when I speak up, I boost my self-esteem because I hear myself and I see myself facing the fear of speaking up and confronting a situation that's about my self-esteem and my self-respect. And in spite of the fear, I do it anyway. And once I get through it, I'm bold and courageous. Now I got even more confidence. Now I got even more self-esteem. Gotta fight back. Gotta fight back. Gotta fight back for yourself. Gotta fight back for yourself. That's self-love. Gotta stick up for yourself. That's self-respect. You gotta take action. You gotta be unpopular sometimes. You gotta say things that are unpopular. Most people are followers. Most people on the planet Earth are followers. They are not mavericks. Like, I'm a maverick. I'm an eccentric. I'm weird. I'm borderline genius, insane. You know, I'm on the edge, man. I'm a risk taker. You know what I'm saying? I'm just different, man. MZ, man, thank you for that, for your membership, man. You gotta let your soul glow. You know, because I'm gonna die one day, man. And when I'm dead, I'm gonna be dead saying, damn, man, I should have did this when I had that. I should have did that. I could have did this. I could have, no. I could do it now while I'm alive. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now. I don't care what you think. Fuck you. I don't care what you think. Bye. Yeah, go over there with all the other sheep. See, a lot of people like to receive instruction. A lot of people, you know, their souls are so broken, right? And their minds are so fractured. And their self-esteem and their self-confidence and their self-belief is so low that they're more comfortable receiving impressions, right? They're more comfortable receiving instruction, receiving impressions, and activating their feminine gender, right? The feminine gender. In the Kabbalion, it talks about the principle of gender. Ja, what's up, man? Shout out to you and your daughter, man. I think you having a daughter, man. Shout out to you and your child, man. I just wanted to see how the baby was doing. The Kabbalion talks about the principle of gender. I think it's the 7th principle. Polarity, correspondence, rhythm, vibration. I can't think of all this stuff now, but Most people are comfortable and allow themselves. February 9th, I see you. All the best to you, man. Proud of you. Receiving impressions. It needs to be men. Because men and women have both genders inside of us. Me as a man, I have a feminine gender and I have a masculine gender. Every human being. Right? The feminine gender is responsible for receiving impressions. The masculine gender is responsible for giving impressions. Look at the media. Look at the World Economic Forum. Look at the global elites. Look at the people that are in power, that are trying to, attempting to dominate humanity and take over the planet. They're giving impressions. Fear. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, media, fear, radio, newspaper, giving impressions, right? And the people that are receiving the impressions, but see, me knowing that I have both these genders inside of me, I polarize my mind, which is one of the other principles of polarity and rhythm. I polarize my mind to giving out impressions, right? I polarize my mind to the masculine principle of gender. Assertive, giving out impressions. Now there are times when it's to my benefit and it's necessary for me to activate my feminine principle and receive impressions. You know, if somebody's trying to genuinely care about me and they're trying to pull me up or bring my attention to something or educate me or school me on something, I have to remain open to the impression. But I have to weigh it. This is where I have to be prejudiced. What's this nigga trying to say, man? Huh? What you say? Your body language, what? How you looking at me? You making eye contact? Yeah, I got to be able to discern. But most people, I'm a masculine. I give out impressions. So I'm weird. I'm different. I dance to my own music. I do my own thing. I don't care. None of y'all was with me when I was at my lowest point in my life. When I didn't even like my life. When I didn't even know if I was gonna make it. When I didn't even know if I still wanted to live. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. When I had no hope, when I had no faith. You wasn't there, none of y'all was there. Nobody, none of the 8 billion people on this planet was there when I was at my low. And none of y'all was there with the scalpel, with the sutures, performing my spiritual surgery. I performed my spiritual surgery myself. I survived my dark moments by myself. Only little Sean came to court with me. Only little Sean came to court with me. When I went to federal court, when they sentenced me to federal prison, I was by myself and little Sean was there. He the only one that came to court with me. Him and my mother was the only two people that came to visit me. Him and my mother, Little Sean and my mother was the only two people that came to visit me when I was at my low. So I know who was there, and I helped a lot of people make a lot of money. I helped a lot of people put their families back together. I helped a lot of people get clean from drugs and alcohol. I helped a lot of people not kill themselves, not commit suicide. I helped a lot of people stop shooting dope. I helped a lot of people stop smoking crack, stop sniffing coke, stop drinking. I helped a lot of people not go back to prison. This was way before this YouTube thing. I'm going back 30 years. And when it came time, when I needed help, the phone went dead. Nobody called. None of these niggas, none of them. And they used to tell me, oh, I love you, Sean, I love you, Sean. So, you think I care? You think I care what you think about me? You think I care how you feel about me? You think I care what you got to say about me? You think I care how you judge me? Not at all. Not at all. I was there for the whole movie. I was there for the whole movie.
Just try it. Just try it.
What's in that?
I was there for the whole movie. There was no commercial break, right? And it was live. There was no cut. Let's do it again. Wasn't no cut and paste. Wasn't no editing. Wasn't no cut. Try it again.
All right, we'll try. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Action.
No.
You made a mistake. Cut. Try it again. Action. No, I want none of that. My shit, my life been live, moving forward. And I couldn't go back and fix none of the mistakes I made. I had to live with them and goddamn fix myself and prevent myself from doing them again. I was there for the whole movie. I was there for the whole movie. And I went from the Dipsy dumpster. I went from the Dipsy dumpster to where I'm at today, man. I'm somebody today. I'm somebody today. I did this shit by myself. I had a lot of help from a lot of people along my journey. From all different cultures, all different walks of life. Spanish people, white people, black people, foundational black Americans, Caribbean blacks, African blacks, Europeans, South Americans. I done had help from everybody of all different Asians, from all different walks around the planet. So I don't discriminate against my help. I don't care where my help comes from. I ain't that dumb no more. You can't tell help how to help. I can't tell help how to help me. I got to just be open to the help. It don't never stop. It don't never stop. It don't never stop. Your self-esteem don't never stop. Don't let nobody put a dent in it. Your self-confidence, don't let nobody put a dent in it. Your self-love, don't let nobody put a dent in it. Most of all, don't let yourself do it. See, because I'll sabotage me quick if I ain't careful. You gotta love yourself. You gotta stay loving yourself. Got to. Got to. Got to. Gotta stay loving yourself. Got to. I'm done. Y'all done have me on here crying and shit. I'm all emotionally, I'm fatigued now, I'm tired. I done went through the whole gamut in this video right here. Anger, sadness. At least I know I'm alive. At least I know I'm a man. I'm a man amongst men. I'm a man amongst men. I'm a man. men. And that's all I want to be. That's all I want to do. And the amount of money that's in my pocket don't determine that. This right here, what I got in my pocket, don't determine that. Because you got a lot of people with a lot of money that ain't men amongst men. That's the best thing a man can be, man. A man amongst men. Man amongst men. Man amongst men. Survive, baby. I'm gonna make it. In my bed, man. I don't know why my bed's so dope, man. My bed money, man. Go on my website and get you a Scully, man. Go get you a Scully. GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. Follow me on my Instagram at Sean G. Follow me on Facebook, Sean.Gunby.35. Something like that. You look it up. I'm on Facebook. I'm finna have 8,000 followers on Facebook. My Instagram is growing. My YouTube is growing. I'm growing, man. I'm a growing nigga, man. I'm a nigga that grows, man. I'm a nigga that grows, man. I'm a grow nigga, man. I'm a life nigga. I ain't no death nigga. All right, Sean G. I'm out. Peace.